So, the big news in the town planning world, more specifically within the Brissy residential space, over the last 1 to 2 weeks, has been that the housey changes, aka the planning scheme amendments, which were essentially seeking to reduce the size of granny flats, remove the ability to do double width carports on large lots as of right, etc., those big scary changes that many of us in the industry thought would come into effect on the 1st of July, yep, they've been put on ice, baby. And on the flip side, the LMR changes. So those changes that are seeking to reduce the lot sizes down to 120 square metres, council has got their skates on with regards to those bad boys. So in this week's video, what I want to do is introduce you guys to a website that will kind of allow you to track these changes a little bit better. So let's jump behind the computer and let's do this. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to Google and type in Plan Making Dashboard. And what you want is this first link here. Now, when you click on that link, hopefully you'll be taken to this page here. If you scroll down, what you will then see is a summary of all the different planning scheme amendments across the whole state. So what I like to do is come up here to local government, go down and select Brisbane City Council. If I can find it, where is it hiding? There we are. Now, this box here will annoyingly stay there. The only way to get rid of it that I've found so far is basically to click over here on the side. Don't click down here, but if you click up here, it disappears. It took me a little while to work that one out. So now we've got all of the information here. You can continue to search based on status and all of that sort of stuff. But as I'll get to, I don't actually place a lot of weight on the information in this summary table here because I've found a lot of errors with it. Now, when you get to this summary page, you'll see kind of two different outcomes. The first one, if I can look for a minor amendment, here we go, minor. So if you click on this one, what you'll see is it goes straight from plan preparation down to adoption. Now, minor changes cover basically typographical or grammatical errors, fixing up little spelling errors, things like that. Things that don't need to go through the full advertised community consultation process and all of that sort of stuff. So those ones are nice and short and sharp. However, if we find a major amendment, so let's click on this one here, major amendment package R, if I get my words out, what you'll see is that the steps are a lot more involved. So what we've got firstly, council comes up with the idea. They then put the idea to the state government for review. State government says, yeah, okay, we're kind of happy with that. You can proceed. Next step from there is the public consultation. So you put it out and get feedback from the public. Council then goes away, refines things, comes up with essentially a better version, goes back to the state government for sign off. You can go back and forth between the local council amending, the state government agreeing, all that sort of stuff. But eventually you get to the point where the state government goes, yep, we're putting our stamp on there, our seal of approval, goes back to council and it formally gets adopted. So as you can see here, these ones in this example that have already been done, they are coloured blue, whereas the steps that haven't been carried out, they are white. And in some instances, and this is something we've found varies from situation to situation, but in some instances you can see the dates that it was actually approved. So in this instance, what we can tell is that it's been out public consultation, but it has not yet progressed to the state government for the final sign-off. So it's kind of stalling in that revision phase. Now, if we go and have a look at the two changes that I talked about earlier, we've got the LMR zone changes, aka the more homes sooner changes. If you look at these ones here, we've gone through the ideation phase, gone through all of those initial sort of phases, public consultation, and boom, as of the 16th of June, it was lodged back to the state government for what is hopefully the final approval. So what is that, just under 10 days ago? They are moving fast on those changes. I don't know how long it's going to take between these two steps, but I'm going to say fast. Now, the other one that I talked about was the Amendment Package L, aka the housey changes. So if you look at this one, again, we've gone through all those first few stages, they're highlighted blue, and we have stopped at the public consultation stage. So council's taken on board that feedback and they're currently reviewing that feedback, and they haven't taken the step of actually going to the state government and asking them for the final sign-off. Now, big point I need to stress with all of this is that you cannot rely on the information that is here. You need to use it as like a general guide, because I've found a bucket load of errors, in particular when I'm comparing that front sort of dashboard homepage to the information that then pops up, but also when I've cross-referenced that information against city plan update emails that I've received from council directly. So when I've gone back and checked, okay, it says it's adopted, or vice versa, or it's not adopted, go back to my email, it's a very different story. So use this as a general guide. In the situation of these two changes I've talked about here, so more specifically the housey changes, I have fact-checked that with a secret scroll source, and they've confirmed that it has been not put on ice. That's my words, not their words. But essentially it ain't coming out or coming into effect on the 1st of July. So we can all breathe a little easy, knowing that it'll be a continuation of what we know for a little bit longer. Okay, I think that covers off everything I want to talk about today. As I always like to say, until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, No, actually, I've got 3. Number 1, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site-specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number 2, Brisbane Town Planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number 3, what was my number 3? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all.